You start your mission in a factory that has been reduced to ruins by the bombings of war, filled with debris and wreckage. Your first task is to clear the area of rubble. But it's important to keep in mind that your funds are limited. We'll begin by moving the debris out of the way to make room to use the still standing 2 buildings for the factory and sales floor for our new company. Removing the stairs, as it will not be needed, and it will add to our funds slightly. We are going to orient the building to the shortest path possible for the transporters to deliver the shipments of orders to the storage areas. The guard station has a tick of energy to it, so we are going to place that behind the factory, hopefully to help reduce the AI from wandering too far. Now we are going to set up the factory floor with side-by-side assembly lines that have storage centered between them. Some placement tricks may have to be used to orient the storage areas in the right spot. With that completed, we are going to move the next building into place to act as the sales floor. The current size is perfect for the car display and desk, but will have to be expanded later to accommodate the research team. With the sales floor completed, we now move on to selecting the vehicle that the assembly line will begin to build. We will also place the orders to begin the shipment of parts that will be used to build the new vehicle, ensuring that the storage area used is the one closest to the assembly line it supplies. We'll also pick the vehicle used in the sales display and increase the profit to 300% for now. Now, the process of hiring the staff for the factory. I'd like to pick out the highest level prospect employee and immediately put them into training. We will have 4 mechanics, 4 transporters, and 1 salesman to start. Pushing through the first couple of sales will unlock the tech tree so that we can have the upgrades we'll need to have a somewhat productive factory for our 4-star playthrough. With our first cars in production, we'll now focus on completing the quests of the mission. I will take out a loan or 2 to ensure that we have enough funds to complete our current quests. I remove the cheapest of the debris, which is the demolished and damaged old assembly lines. Great progress has been made in clearing the debris, and the area already looks much better. However, there is still much work to be done. Your top priority is to start rebuilding the factory from the ground up. To do this successfully, you'll need to prioritize research and development, specifically to obtain the blueprint for a military vehicle. Expanding out the sales building to accommodate the research area, hiring a research team is next. Though it is not necessary to put them into training, since we will be letting them go after the completion of the research and development for the military blueprint. We'll also add in a couple more transporters to speed up the delivery of parts. Now we wait for our first vehicles to be completed on the assembly line. With our first vehicles rolling off the assembly line and a completed sale, we wait for the research team to complete the development of the military blueprint. Excellent work. The plans have been secured. Waste no time, soldier. Begin production and dispatch the vehicles to the front lines with utmost haste. Rest assured, our agents will collect each unit from the parking lot. You receive 10,000 as a bonus to start production. We'll begin the final phase of the mission completion by firing the entire research team as their job is finished, and we will need the employee slots for 4 more mechanics, another salesman, and 4 more transporters. We'll also dismantle the research department and install more sales floor and another vehicle display for further purposes. Upgrading our assembly lines to accommodate another station will be key in producing enough vehicles to surpass the 40 vehicle mark by mission end. However, we won't need to upgrade the research department, but we will have to sell another vehicle to upgrade our sales department with more marketing options. Here I begin the task of expanding the factory floor so that we can install a second station onto our 2 assembly lines. Unfortunately, I think that I inadvertently reset the assembly line output and believed that I had lost the 2 cars being assembled. But undaunted, I set about completing the storage area for the 2 new stations and set up the assembly lines to push forward after installation of the bumper and before the installation of the dashboard. This seemed to work out in the timing from previous playthroughs. And again, ensuring each assembly line its own storage area. After hiring a few more staff and the sale of the final Rocky, I set about to upgrade the final tech tree advancement needed for this demo version playthrough. The final few touches of adding in another sales floor and desk, and the completion of hiring the last salesman, it was time to sit back and watch and see if the factory could complete the construction and sales of 40 vehicles by mission end. And with that sale, we had reached the 40-vehicle threshold of the mission war order. The war is finally over, and it's time to celebrate our victory. Thanks to our hard work and dedication, we played a crucial role in the outcome of the war. Now we can shift our focus to new beginnings and the production of civilian vehicles in our factory. Let's continue to work hard and apply the same dedication and expertise to the production of vehicles that will help rebuild our country and create a better future.